Hello and welcome to another Power Hour working stream. It is Wednesday, the 27th of November, 2024, and I'm Mercy the Game Master here at the Monsters. If you're not familiar with the show, we got 30 minutes on the clock. Whoops, wrong hand. We take about a 5-minute break, and then we put 30 more minutes on the clock, and then we get out of here. At least that's the goal. We have kind of a soft cap of 90 minutes, but the goal is to be as close to an hour as possible. I will be working on some D&D stuff. Today we'll be doing a few magic items for Angela's shop and also working on some random encounter charts for the area where the player characters in the Kingdom of Rin are currently adventuring. So you're welcome to join me whether you're doing D&D stuff or not. Lots of people use the show as an opportunity to get stuff done around the house or some chores that they've been putting off. So feel free, listen in. I do chat some. It's not a fully co-working stream, so you're welcome to ask questions or whatever.
YouTube stream is now live.
Thank you, Lumia Stream. And hello, Grey Fox. Good to see you. How are you doing? Also, last week I was out with pneumonia, which obviously was not a lot of fun. And I'm still sort of recovering from that. I'm like 90+% now, but I'll do my best to mute the mic if I need to do any gross sounds or anything. So let's see, what do I want to do first? I kind of feel like fiddling with some magic rings. Do that first. Well, I guess first things first, I need to find where those are. Oh no, yeah, the only message I see from you so far is hey is, and then oh, my message didn't. Had to not work today. Oxport on your laptop. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. So last time we had the ring of, so we want like 1 to 2 dozen is the ultimate goal for rings, amulets, etc. That will be in this box in Angela's shop. Last time we came out with the ring of force armor, ring of misdirection, and the ring of thunderclaps. I also have some notes saying that we need to design a ring of command and a ring of scrying. So perhaps we just do that today. I might thumb through the book though and see if anything else jumps out at me. Taking a little bit of a break from cleaning the house. Well, thank you for coming by. Good job on the house cleaning, at least. Yeah, let's do a quick look. Of course, got our trusty magic item compendium here. I'll go back to the section on, I think rings. No, rings do have their own section. I couldn't remember if they were in tools. But what else do we have? What else would be fun to throw in a box of magical jewelry? I guess like a tiara potentially. That'd be on the bigger side, but that could work. We have body non-armor. Now it's like robes and stuff. Face. Ooh, things like lenses. Eyes, monocles. Okay, so maybe some stuff in the face section. Ear cuffs. What is an ear cuff? I'm not familiar with that. Are those things that, like, I don't know what else to call it. It's like a big tube that covers like part of your earlobe. Potato, hello. Hi. Only flying from home Pensacola to Pensacola, Florida, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving. Yes, have a wonderful time. I hope your flight is good. Hands is mostly going to be gauntlets and that sort of thing that would be too big. Head, probably mostly helms, but veils. There's a circlet. What could be described as a tiara. What is this? The Circlet of Solace. Page 87. Basically non-piercing. Oh, okay. Yeah. The Circlet of Solace. And do we get a picture of it? Do not get a picture of it. That's unfortunate. The Circlet of Solace. Circlet is made of delicate ivory threads interwoven with silver bands covered in runes of healing. Okay. A Circlet of Solace allows you to bolster your healing spells. After activating the circlet, the next healing spell you cast on a living ally before the end of your turn grants that creature a +5 morale bonus on saves against disease, fear, and poison. Pretty cool. If the spell affects multiple creatures, only one your choice gains the benefit. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense for Angela to have, but I do like, I want to find some kind of a tiara thing would be fun to have in there. I think, and possibly some bangles. You're hoping that your meat would be ready by then, but it still has a bite and needs more. Oh, dang. I'm sorry, potato. You were going to try and bring it with you then? You wear them because you had Lloyds? I'm not familiar with that. Your ears, so they can go up your ears. Ones. And jewels. Huh. Okay. Have any other like circlets or that type of thing? Helm headband. Headband of the Lore Binder. Page 110. Holy crap. This is not what I was looking for, but this thing's amazing. Angel helm? That looks really... Of course I have to find that now. I don't actually see it. I see the artwork. I don't see it. Weird. We'll have to look it up. Find it in the index. Headband of the Lore Binder. Face of this blue-green metal circlet is stamped with the image of a blank scroll. Huh? Headband of the Lore Binder grants a +4 sacred bonus on bardic knowledge check and a lore master's. Continuous effect and requires no activation. 3 times per day you can use the headband to gain the effect of a read magic spell. Lasts for 30 minutes. Kind of cool. Hello, Lily. Good to see you. A pendant like a necklace or a cloak pin. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that I want to find. Exactly. And we can make some stuff up if we have to, but I thought it'd be kind of neat to see if there was anything in the book already. Let's look. I want to see about that helm, though. Angel helm. One word. The table just says you can emulate certain traits of celestial beings. Let's see what the actual description says. That's crazy how far away the artwork was from the entry. What? The entry is on page 71. The artwork is on page 110. 41 pages away. What in the world? Why? How are you doing, Amlas? How are you and the family? This winged mithril helm shines in the light like a priceless heirloom, probably because it is. An angel helm allows a good aligned wearer to emulate certain traits of celestial beings. Your melee attacks are treated as good aligned weapons for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. Continuous effect requires no activation. In addition, your angel helm allows you to use the cure critical wounds, dispel evil, and resist energy. Allows you to use cure critical wounds, dispel evil, and resist energy as spell-like abilities once each per day. Woo! That thing's freaking sweet. What? I don't want to put that in the world. I mean, it'd be like a legendary item, but your critical wounds. Which one is critical? That's cure light, cure moderate. Is there one more after moderate? Like 48, I think, for cure critical wounds. Holy crap. Been eating some burgers that Amras made for dinner. Very nice. Good man. What, any, like any bacon or any special seasoning or anything? Or critical wounds. Let's see if I was right. 48. I was right. Whoop whoop. 48 plus 1 per caster level, and this item has a caster level of might not tell me. This is the item level as 12. Caster level 9. So that would heal for 4d8 plus 9. Woo! I think it's crazy good. Make a note of that. I don't know exactly what I would or wouldn't do with it, but that seems like a cool legendary item. Don't tell Amras. Fresh made with salt. Hey, nothing wrong with that. That sounds delicious. Okay, well that might be helpful for other things later. Not what I was helping for. You're me listening well clean. Yeah, thank you, Foxy. I suspect that stuff like brooches and whatnot will probably fall under tool section. That's like their other in the magic item. Although throat will probably have amulets and necklaces. Throat continued. Rings. All right, let's pick out one throat slot item, and then we'll work on one of those rings. Right, and then after break we'll do it. We'll do encounter chart. What sounds cool? The Amber Amulet of Vermin can summon a giant bee once per day. That's great. Oh, that's actually quite cool. Once per day, you get to re-roll a listen or spot check. That might be kind of a fun way to supplement one of our party's weaknesses, but not hugely. Chrono Charm of the Celestial Wanderer. A chrono charm occupies the throat body slot and can be worn simultaneously with any number of other chrono charms, which all function normally. Oh, so it's literally like a charm bracelet. Okay. However, you cannot wear more than one of the same chrono charm. You must wear a chrono charm for 24 hours before you can access its abilities. If it is taken off, it becomes inactive for 24 hours. Okay, simple enough. The chrono charm of the Celestial Wanderer. This charm resembles an ebony starburst. The chrono charm of the Celestial Wanderer slows your perception of time, allowing you a second chance to recognize potential danger. When you activate this Chrono Charm, you can immediately re-roll a single listen or spot check that you just attempted. The result of the second roll places the first. That's cool. Some of the other ones are things like letting you move as a swift action and whatnot, which is cool, but I feel like those become much more like mechanically strong. Times a day, purify food and drink. That's kind of cool. More amber amulets of vermin. Once a day, summon a giant praying mantis. Mage hand at will. Wow. The brooch of stability. Once a day, automatically stabilize if at -1 HP or lower. That's insanely strong. I probably wouldn't. Oh, this is interesting. The Medal of Gallantry. +2 on diplomacy, -2 on bluff. 3 times a day, sanctuary. Only. I forgot exactly what sanctuary. Looking to bring a bottle of homemade strawberry mead and a bottle. Aw, I'm sorry that you weren't able to. What does Sanctuary do? Any opponent attempting to strike or otherwise directly attack the warded creature, even with a targeted spell, must attempt a will save. If the save succeeds, the opponent can attack normally and is unaffected by that casting of the spell. If the save fails, the opponent cannot follow through with the attack. That part of its action is lost, and it cannot directly attack the warded creature for the duration of the spell. Those not attempting to attack the subject remain unaffected. The spell does not prevent the warded creature from being attacked or affected by area of effect spells. The subject cannot attack without breaking the spell, but may use non-attack spells or otherwise act. Ooh. Or the Badge of Valor. 3 times a day, allies gain +2 against charm or fear, or +1 to inspire courage. Badge is stamped with the image of an impenetrable fortress over which shines a golden sun. When you activate a Badge of Valor, you and all allies within 60 feet gain a +2 bonus on the next save that you or they make against a charm or fear effect at the start of your turn. Activation is immediate. If you have the Bardic Music ability to inspire courage, you can activate a Badge of Valor to increase the bonus gifted by that ability. +1 fact. The Medal of Steadfast Honor. Immediately stand if knocked prone. I don't know what that has to do with honor. I'm so confused. Part of a set called the 5 Virtues. Is the Armband of Confrontation, the Standard of Valor, the Medal of Steadfast Honor, the Crystal of Alacrity, and the Shield of Vigor. A dang cool set. What? Looks like it's made for like a knight type character. Not even that. Well, I mean, it's expensive, but it's not even like that expensive. You find in all these Alendite items. Whether brave or meek, you will wake to valor when girded with the 5 virtues. Legendary implements of courage brandished by knights of. When the 5 virtues are worn in part or in whole, bold heroism blazes within your chest. These 5 items were created to help knights uphold their values. Abilities granted by the set bolster various abilities of that class. The items are also used for of other disciplines. And then there's a bunch of lore and stuff, which I won't spoil. Collection benefits. The wearer of the 5 virtues gains benefits that aid his ability to fight honorably and help his allies. When you wear 2 pieces of the set, your eyes shine and sparkle with bravery. When you wear all 5 virtues and activate the power of the Shield of Vigor, the virtues take on a silvery sheen, as if lit from a plane where valor and virtue rule supreme. That's so cool. If you have 2 pieces, you gain a +1 morale bonus on will saves. If you have all 5 pieces, adjacent allies gain a +1 bonus to AC. Wow. Okay. So what do the other ones do? I came here for the amulet, but the armband of confrontation. Bright red band is worn around the bicep. Okay. While wearing an armband of confrontation, your fighting challenge lasts an extra 3 rounds. Oh, so it's literally made for the night class. What? Okay. Crystal of Alacrity. This small crystal bears a carved relief of an armored knight. I wonder why. When attached to medium or heavy armor, this lesser augmentation crystal grants you a +5 morale bonus to your land speed. Pretty cool. The Medal of Steadfast Honor. All right, this is the one that brought us here. This heavy gold medal is engraved with a griffin about to take flight. If you are knocked prone, you can activate a Medal of Steadfast Honor to instantly regain your feet in the space where you were standing. Immediate act. Wow. The medal functions once per day, but if you have the Knight's Challenge class feature, you can activate the medal again by expending a daily. Oh, that's so cool. I've never heard of this set before. This is amazing. The Shield of Vigor. This solid shield is lacquered in white with an image of a golden dragon. There's artwork of the whole set too. It's pretty cool. A single red tear falls from the dragon's left eye. Interesting. This +1 heavy steel shield rewards you for your unwavering loyalty and self-sacrifice. When you activate the shield, you gain fast healing 5 for. Oh, that means you regenerate 5 health per round for 3 rounds. Shield of Vigor functions once per day, but if you have the Knight's Challenge class feature, you can activate the shield again by expending a daily use of that ability. I'm so glad I found this. This is freaking cool. What? I might, if I were to use any of this stuff, I would retheme some of it for our world a little, but definitely writing that down. I'm glad I went down that rabbit hole, even if neither of these accomplished the goal that I was specifically working on today. There's also I'm in a whole section now on magic item sets, which would be difficult to pull off in our world, but not impossible. Regalia of the hero. Regalia of the phoenix. And we get out of sets and into individual items again, I think, after. Oh, no, never mind. The vestments of divinity. That reminds me of the vestiges from Vox Machina. The Wraith's Bow. Joker of Life Protection Gauntlets of Ghost Fight. Hello, Vincent. The main group is on their way to Fort Leona. Well, to their location scouting for Fort Leona. But yes. Oh, I'm super inspired by some of this. I'm glad that I stumbled into this section. Anticore. Item set. I never really read that chapter, honestly. Pretty short. About 25 pages, but okay. Back to what we were looking. I wanted to find a throat slot item that sounded cool, but insanely. The Amulet of Teamwork. Well, let's see what that does. I'm all about that kind of thing. Amulet of Teamwork. This silver chain comes together in the form of a pair of linked hands. All right. The Amulet of Teamwork allows you to work more effectively as part of a team. Whoa. When you successfully use the aid another action, the bonus granted to your ally improves from +2 to +3. That's quite cool. Okay. When you flank an enemy, you and any allies also flanking that creature gain a +2 bonus on damage rolls. Wow. These are continuous effects and require no activation. Additionally, you can activate the amulet to grant both you and an adjacent ally a +5 competence bonus to AC for 1 round. Must be adjacent to the ally to activate this item. Now that thing I like. It's cool, it's strong, but it's not insanely strong. And it doesn't just like, it doesn't do the things outright. It sets you up to be able to do things. I quite like that. You may very well use that. Look a little bit more. What are you thinking, Vincent? Yeah, I think we used that one. I lost it. Amulet of Team. MIC page 70. Want to duplicate the rings page. I don't want to reformat all that. Rename from amulets. $70. Magic item compendium. Technically a price of 2,000 gold. Oops. Thought the area near Capstone was a temperate forest, or are there small pockets of? No, it is temperate forest. We're just using that jungle board. It's one of those things where, as much as we love Tailspire and we like to design things in Tailspire, it's never still, well, not never, but it's rarely going to be able to be truly, like directly, one-to-one to what we're describing. But tigers aren't only in jungle climates, if that's what you're. I mean, that's the most common. Will it possibly be puzzled in the future? Yes, I am admittedly a little gun shy about puzzles because, well, as I'm sure you've encountered if you've ever either DM'd or played in campaigns puzzling, you can really bog down with that. We did a one shot back before we decided to launch the full campaign. We did a one shot set in Ren, and a not even a puzzle. Well, I don't know. I guess it was a puzzle technically. A puzzle that to me was very apparent. Ended up, I think we spent like a third of the one shots time. And to be clear, that's no knock on our players. It's just it's so hard, you know, with that type of thing. Different people are going to process it differently. And so what's obvious to one is mystery to another, right? And vice versa. Hello, Lolo, and Ololo. How are you feeling? My poor magic item compendium. It's one of my only D&D books that has damage. It got wet at some point. I don't remember exactly what happened to it. Time for a break. Yes, thank you. I'll hop up here. Appreciate you looking out, Amlas. Also, I totally don't care if he was, because, like I said, I may or may not implement them, and if I do, who knows exactly what they like or how I do it. But out of curiosity, was Amras around at all when I was talking about those items earlier? Said that you guys were eating while you had me on, so he might have, I don't know, you might have had the audio on your phone or something. No, gotcha. Like I said, it'd be fine if he did. I don't really think it would, you know, anything like that. I was just curious. Feeling meh? Dang it. Not the news we wanted. I'm sorry. Oh, it was there. The audio was, but I wasn't really paying attention. Got it. What's he up to today? What's he got going on? I mean, obviously he made dinner, but otherwise. Having issues with nausea right now. After you. Oh. Oh, dang. I'm sorry to hear that, Enola. I'm removing. There's a ton of tabs in this book also. I don't remember what any of them mean. I'm sure they were meaningful when I did them. They're color coded. But I'm removing them because they're not contributing anything, and over time they're only going to get harder and harder to remove. He's feeling blah, might be coming down with a cold. Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, thank you, Vince. I appreciate it. As you can probably hear in my voice, still not quite 100%, but definitely way, way better than I. Well, as always, give him my best and last. I was gonna send him a message later, and I probably still will, but tell him that we've been thinking about him. There are way more of these tabs in here than I thought there were. Oh, how over am I? Only a couple minutes. Okay, that's fine. I'll take a few minutes and finish taking these out. Next time we look through those, I'll try and find a brooch or a cloak pin or that sort of thing, like Foxy suggested. But we did at least get an. Sounds cool. Well, calling it an amulet, I feel like that's what the book called. More like a necklace. Yeah. And just reading it again. Thank you, Vince. Really. Uh oh. Uh oh. Pages stuck together here. Probably from when they. Oh, I see. Okay. No, not stuck. Close. Really liked this page. It has one marker on one side. Everlasting rations. This nondescript small leather pouch has a light blue silk drawstring. The pouch contains enough trail rations to feed a medium creature for one day. Every morning at sunrise, the pouch magically creates another day's worth of rations. Simple, convenient, pretty cool. Right next to that, we have the Ever Full mug. Common looking brown clay mug has persistent stains just under the rim. 3 times per day, when you recite the command word, this mug fills with 12 ounces of water, cheap ale, or watery wine. I'm not sure that giving a venturing party essentially a mug of endless alcohol. Almost done. Right, Foxy? Got like a half a dozen more. Almost there. I'm going to take them off very carefully because I don't want to damage the pages. I figured, Foxy. Now watch as it ends up being that taking the tabs out is actually worse for the book than leaving them in there. Maybe I hope the pages don't stick together now from what little adhesive they're leaving behind. Two more. What is this? The Tome of Worldly Memory. Tome of Worldly Memory allows you to call upon the secret memories of the world to aid you in unlocking forgotten knowledge. By studying the book for 1 minute, you gain a +5 competence bonus on a single knowledge check. Holy crap. Tome functions 3 times per day. If you have at least 5 ranks in the knowledge skill in question, you need only peruse the book as a standard action benefit. Wow. Okay, break time coming up here in just a second. Longer than I get it done. I've been meaning to do this for a while. Raiment of the Stormwalker. One of the magic items. Where the raiment of the Stormwalker is to become the storm. Cool line wasted on such a bad character. With it, you can travel on the thunderclouds and strike at foes like lightning, cloaked in clouds, becoming like thunder, and crackling with electricity, you become a tempest. Raiment of the Stormwalker works best in the hands of a monk, druid, or other character who enters melee but prefers not to wear armor. In particular, a druid should consider the items of this set as its powers are available while in wild shape. As its powers are available... Oh, wait, I just read that. However, a character of any class should consider taking at least 2 pieces of set to gain some of the raiment's less benefits and the abilities.
2 pieces you get Obscuring Mist. 3 pieces you get Call Lightning. And 4 pieces you take only half damage from electricity. What else do they do? Stormfire Ring. 5 times a day. Fairy Fire deals 1d6 damage per round for 5 rounds. Wow. That's already. Whew, that thing's nasty. The Bracers of Lightning. Your attacks deal 1d6 electricity damage. Melee and ranged attack. Holy crap, that's amazing. It is a little more expensive. Take half or no damage from sonic attacks and deal 2d6 damage to sonic damage to it. And wait, the antlers give continuous airwalk. Wait, where's that piece? Oh, here we go. Oh, not antlers, anklets. I'm sorry. Cloudwalker anklets allow you to move through the air as if affected by the airwalks. The druid benefits from this even while in wild shape. That's so cool. All right. Yeah. I have a pile. I cleaned up our book. Added one more item. I was planning on 2, but one's not bad. And then we're going to take a break. Thank you for looking out, Amlas. When we get back, I'm going to be working on random encounter charts, which I'll explain more of when I get back. So in the meantime, if you haven't been up off your booty in a little while, get up, move around, get that blood flowing, get something to drink, ideally some water, and I will catch you in just a few. I'm going to go move around, walk some steps, and do a Pokemon Go battle. I'll show you how it goes when I get back. Hello. Good to see you, Reading Squirrel. How are you? Hope y'all had a good little break. Also, I won. In fact, I smashed him, wrecked him. I didn't even have to pull out my third Pokemon. All right. So we scouted out a couple more magic items, got some inspiration, and now we're going to work on some random encounter charts. If you are here and you hear me and you have not already done so, if you wouldn't mind giving a thumbs up to the live stream, we would super appreciate it. It's a good way to support what we do for free and to tell YouTube to show our stuff to more people. Thank you. Appreciate you, Lily. So random encounter charts, for those of you not familiar with them, I'll give an example, actually. It's not quite the same thing, but it's close. It's essentially a random encounter chart for the weather. But it's how we randomize things in D&D, so that way it's not just the DM always making stuff up on the spot, which can become, one, a little too convenient, and two, can often become repetitive. So there's things like for OBS to load. Like this. Like I said, not quite the same thing as random counter chart, but this is one of the ways that we randomize. Well, not one of. This is the way that we randomize weather in the Kingdom of Red. There are 3 different ones. There's one for temperate, cold, and hot climates. And then so you roll D%. The first of all, just kind of broadly, what type of weather do we have? Do we have normal weather, which would be a 70% chance? Abnormal weather, which is a 10% chance. Inclement weather, which is a further 10% chance. A storm, which is a 9% chance, or a powerful storm, which is 1% chance, and at least in temperate climate. So you'd roll D% once for that first column. Then, once you've determined what kind of archetype of weather you have, then you're going to roll D% again, or D100, whatever you prefer, to get a little bit more detail about that. And then depending on what weather you get, there might be one more, for instance, like how much wind. Thank you, Reading Squirrel. Appreciate you as well. So random encounter tables are kind of like that. These are some old ones that I have, and I've been working on updating them. But like things like this. So kind of following that same logic, it's just broken down into a bunch of smaller charts. But like in this particular area, from Milan to the edge of the forest, there would be a 40% chance of nothing happening, a 30% chance of an NPC encounter, and a 30% chance of an animal encounter. And then within those things, then you often would have, I don't think I do right now, no, because like I said, this is an older one, but then you would have charts that you would roll on for like what type of NPC encounter or what type of animal. Now, some people that'll use random encounter charts won't use the nesting, right? So they might do this, but then they might leave the kind of phase 2, like, oh, what kind of NPC is it or whatever? Like they might improv that. And that's probably what I was doing here.
like, oh, what makes sense? Oh, it's a hunter. Oh, it's a fisher. Oh, it's a hermit. Oh, it's an aggressive person. Or but anyway, very very briefly, that's what a random encounter chart is and how it helps what you're doing. And I started work on random encounter charts for kind of North Capstone Forest before last session, because obviously we were going to need it, but it is not done. And I don't know if we'll finish it today either, but we will get it more done. I didn't want to show that one because obviously it's a little bit more pertinent. One of the other things that matters a lot for encounter tables is how often are you rolling on them. For instance, you might have a 70% chance of nothing happening, which might sound like a whole lot of nothing happening, and maybe it is. But if you're rolling every hour, then that means 30% of the time across 8 hours of travel, on average you're going to have 3 things happen, which is quite a lot. Now, usually you're not rolling for random encounters that frequently. Usually you're rolling once or twice a day is more common, but it depends a little bit on what you're doing. I won't say anything about the percentages, and there are a few specifics that I'll leave off as well. But for this one, some of our categories at least are none, environment, animal, vermin, plant, humanoid, and something else that I won't say. And so this was based off of an encounter chart that I have for an entirely different area where our on-stream campaign has never been. And obviously I tweaked some of the percentages and whatnot. But what still needs to be done? The environment section is super incomplete. The animal section is almost done. Need to tweak maybe. Oh, actually, and I know what I'll do also. Okay, so animal will be easy. The plant section is done. Humanoid section, very much not done. The secret section also very much not done. And the vermin section, about half done. So overall, I'm probably about 2/3 done with this whole thing. What do I want to do first? Let's do animals, because that one's almost done. And I think I know exactly how I want to fix it. I'm going to combine or merge, I guess, whatever, those cells. Merge those cells, and this will just be 1 through 10 instead of 1 through 5 and 6. Everything else can stay as 5% chance. Cool. Okay. Boom. Animal done. Plant was already done. Humanoid, hidden, and vermin. Environment. Let's the environment one. I really don't want to do the environment one, so let's start with that. Let's try and get that out of the way. Okay. So the environment category was significantly more full in the original encounter chart that I based this one off of because it was for the desert. There was things like mirages and storms and stuff that obviously aren't really pertinent in a temperate to cold forest. So I think what we might be doing here is just combining stuff within this category, because I already went through and deleted the ones that didn't make sense. On a clear night, willow wisp. Ooh, that's a wonderful idea. Thank you. What the heck color is it? Trying to oh no. I think my counter charts are made they're from Excel and it copied over with a shade of gray that is not a Google Sheets color. Which is what I'm using now. Magic items, what about we actually so we did that part already, I'm afraid. Clear Night Willow Wisps. Yeah, I really like that one. I had to fix the other thing. Great. It tells you you're rewatching the past. It depends. It is 3:24 p.m. right now, and there are just under 17 minutes left on the clock. I think also just simply being disoriented. Oh wait, that's already in here. Dang it. There are no oases, although there could be clearings, I suppose. Yeah, YouTube does that. YouTube does that. So we have willow wisps. We have that's perfect. We have random dungeon. We have disoriented. We have random clearings. Random environmental hazards like snakes. Streams, ruins, cave. Anything else jump out at people? Be good. for random environmental effects in a temperate to cool forest. Are they up far enough north for northern lights? There actually are aurora potentially visible from any place on the planet, depending on the conditions. Yes. Realis. Yeah, that's why there's a reference to the aurora in the pictures used during the prayer. Ooh, you know, hold on. So I'm thinking about like Appalachia, right? What about like the sensation of being watched and the weird voices and stuff that people. I'm not necessarily trying to make this a spooky forest. I don't want to overdo it with that. I think a little bit of that's cool. It adds some mystery. Had a really pretty aurora here last week. It was blue and purple. I'm so jealous. I've still never seen it. Oh, of course, I'm not the only person looking for things here. I just Googled random things in the forest. And one of the top Reddit results is original content D20 random forest encounters. Oh, you know, actually there could be something like a tree falling. One of these was random forest facts talking about the game. You can cut trees with the machete. Okay, anyway, not what we wanted. Oh, there could also be like useful plants, right? And edible plants.
Those would both be good. This is fun. It's an Ask Reddit that was called people who have lived, worked, or been in the forest. What's the strangest thing that's happened to you there? So he said, I was living near a swampy, marshy region of North Carolina as a kid. One day, as a joke, I decided to howl like a wolf while playing with my younger siblings. Something from the woods howled back. I legged it inside. Almost certainly a dog or a coyote, but it was freaky to 12-year-old me. Yeah. Oh yeah, eerie silence. I don't know. This is getting into spooky wood stuff, though. Like I said, I don't want too much of that. I might go back and take a few of these out, but I'm taking notes. What do these people put in their D20 forest encounters? Oh snap! I hadn't even thought about that actually. Forest fire, like natural forest fire. Like that is a thing, and it's not spooky. I mean, obviously it's dangerous. Flooding, sure, yeah. A lot of the ones in this random encounter chart I'm not super big on, but this one's fun. You find a traveler from a distant land sitting by a fire, tending to his wounds. Next to him is a huge wooden trunk. It shakes violently, and a muffled shout comes from the inside. Don't mind that, the traveler says. Here to join me for some tea. Oh, that's a cool one. A little bit more of a high magic setting thing here, but you hear the snap of a branch and turn to see a unicorn in a clearing behind you. It is limping and one of its legs is badly wounded. You hear the sounds of a hunting party not far behind. Ooh, this is a fun one. Find a ruined house in the depths of the forest. There is lab equipment throughout it. A DC 10 investigation check shows they've been brewing bootleg magical potions. DC 15 investigation check finds 1d4 potions hidden under the floor. Like that one. I'll probably put that under ruins. I have a separate section for ruins, but if you're gonna make ruins, you have to make a few ruins maps. Yeah. That's not to run through and do though. That was more spooky forest stuff. Ooh, that's a great one. Found a campfire with 2 men around it, one dressed as an executioner. Tells you that he was supposed to execute the other man the day before, but instead set him free. They're now both on the run from the law. Foxy. Ooh, you find a lake in the center of the forest. The bodies of all manner of creatures are floating on the surface. Ripples move across the water, and a voice from within your head suggests that it looks like the perfect spot for a swim. Okay. We're doing pretty good here. We got some interesting things added for environmental effects. I might reorder some of this because it's a little messy right now. I was just writing stuff down. Also, I had notes for like oases. I guess I could replace that with notes about like clearings. Oh, I see what. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what my notes meant there. All right. I knew that we weren't going to get this done today, and that's fine. It is usable in the state that it's in. In fact, we used it during the last session for those of you that that watched last session. But I think the actual finishing touches on this encounter chart, because this is for like a whole region, right? Pretty big area, will get tidied up during next Wednesday's stream, and then it will be done. Often we run late on these Wednesday streams, and I have been very bad about that recently. So I think between trying to be closer to on time and also I want to get a bit of a walk in before the sun fully sets, and I think I've got about 20 minutes until the sun fully. So I'm going to wind down here and just. You'll be in and out for December. You're all. Oh, late night next month. Gotcha. Well, we will miss you if we have to miss you, but I appreciate you letting me know, so we're not worried after you. Hope your shifts go well. Thank you for the input today on the random encounter chart. That was fun. I haven't made random encounter charts since back when I very first made Ren. This is the first one that I've set up in kind of the modern era of playing in Ren. So it's been interesting to rebuild one. I want to go back at some point with all my free time and touch up a lot of our old ones, because those were some of the first things that I made when I very first made Ren. And like, some of them are okay. They're just not formatted the way that I'd like. Some of them need to be completely. But yeah, that was good. Thank you all for being here. Again, reminder to like if you haven't yet. Enjoy the rest of your day. Our next stream will be Saturday, although I'll be around Discord a little bit tomorrow. Probably not a ton, but a bit early in the day. And then Friday, I'm sure I'll be around. We're just not streaming. Excuse me. Thank you all so much for hanging out and supporting. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Even if you're not in the U.S., I hope you can take a minute tomorrow to be mindful of the things and the people in your lives, and to take a moment to go out of your way to give thanks, whether that's to yourself, or if you're thankful for a person, tell that person. I think in general in life, we're not great about proactively sharing our thoughts and feelings with people. So don't wait until too late, but that sounds vaguely threatening. Don't wait. Tell people, if there's somebody in your life that it's been a little while since you've told them directly that you appreciate them, reach out. Tell them thank you for however it is that they've impacted you. Have a wonderful evening and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Foxy. You too. You're super thankful for me and Pixie. Thank you. It's very kind of you. We're very thankful for you as well. Yeah, all of you that are here, whether you're watching live, you're chatting live, or you're watching after the fact, thank you for being here. Thank you for uplifting our community and our content, and I wishing you the very best this week and going into the end of the year. Take care, everybody, and as always, be excellent to each other.